Welcome to the weekly Firecast, covering the world of hot sauce, spicy food, and barbecue. This week, Scott tries out a pair of some of the hottest natural hot sauces around, Skobiyan and Yellow 7 Turkey Slap Chili Sauces. So sit back, relax, and savor the burn.
I'd like to start off this episode by presenting my resource of the week. This time out, it's the BBQ Central Radio Network, and that can be found at thebbqcentralshow.com. And just so the name doesn't confuse you, what it is, it's essentially a live stream on the internet, played 24/7, and it contains multiple podcasts dealing with barbecuing, grilling, hot sauce, everything that runs that gamut. So a lot of what I focus on in the weekly Firecast is covered here. But there's some great audio shows that you shouldn't miss on there. The flagship show is the BBQ Central Radio Show, hosted by Greg Rimpey, who does the intros for the weekly Firecast. And he interviews and presents the top dogs in the barbecuing world on the show. There's also Huck's Hut, hosted by Huck Jr. and Huck Sr. That's more of a round table type barbecue discussion. Again, very entertaining, fun to listen to. And then there is the Celebrity Grill Show. That's hosted by JM. I've had the pleasure of being on it. And that focuses more on hot and fast grilling as opposed to low and slow barbecue and smoking. But that is a very informative and entertaining show. And last but not least, there is the Hot Sauce Weekly podcast, hosted by my good friends Brian and Marilyn Mayer of HotSauceDaily.com. One you don't want to miss. Great interviews, coverage on the industry. And it makes just an all-around good fit to the BBQ Central Radio Network. I'm about to taste a couple sauces produced by the Hippy Seed Company from Down Under. Yes, many of you are already familiar with Neil Smith from Australia. He's famous on YouTube for doing the chili test videos. He eats, the chili peppers, the extremely hot ones. He's been doing that for a couple of years now. He tastes a lot of scorchingly hot sauces on video, and he's just a fun guy to watch, and I think a great ambassador for spicy foods down in Australia. So Neil sent me a couple of sauces that he produces himself, in addition to all the chili pepper plants and the chilies that he sells worldwide and the different products. There are a couple of them. One is made from the Trinidad scorpion pepper called Skobiyan. The name Skobiyan. That's kind of easy to figure out where that comes from. And then here is the Yellow 7 Turkey Slap, made from the 7-pot chili pepper. Both are supposed to be extremely hot. So these are the kind of like entertainment sauces. But I also want to find out if they taste good too. I've heard lots of rave reviews about these, especially from Pascal of the Hot Zone Online. The bottles here, the artwork is not the greatest. A lot left to be desired. I like the way the shrink wrap is on these caps here. It almost looks like, video game blasters. Like that. So I'm going to try the Skobiyan first. Skobiyan. And get the knife here. Everybody say it with me. That's a knife. So take the shrink wrap off. I think I'll just poke it here. So at its base, it's just a nice little red sauce. I don't know if you can see that there. A little thick, a little thin. Of course, that'd mean medium consistency. Lots of specks of ingredients in there, the spices. Let me just read off the ingredients here real quick. Nashi pears, Trinidad scorpions, lemon and lime juice, red and white vinegar, sugar, pepper mix, salt, and spices. Let's get cracking here. Well, let me shake it up first. I already did prior to this video, but I want to do it again. Ooh, quick whiff. I can sense that pear-like smell. It's a almost grassy, earthy presence. I think I'm smelling from the Trinidad scorpions. Kind of floral, and sweet in a way. Oh boy, very interesting. It's not strong or overpowering like a pepper would be. Pour some out on the spoon here. Of course, for some reason, I always grab the spoon with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. I try to do the switcheroo, mid-trial here, but it's fairly medium consistency, not really that thick.
It'd easily drip off the spoon, and I don't want to do it like Neil usually does. So, without further ado, let me try it. Cheers. Got the initial sweetness. That real strong, that earthy, kind of floral, I don't know why I can't say that, taste of the Trinidad Skobiyan peppers. I just swallowed all of it. And already it's pretty hot. Boy, is it stinging. It's, boom, immediately went to the back of my throat. Kind of filling in. Oop, there come the hiccups. You can tell how hot this is. Immediately it went down to the bottom of my gums, on the insides of my cheeks. It's burning down there. Not so much my tongue yet. I think it's just because I swish so much around in the inside of my mouth. Okay, I can feel it on my tongue a little bit. It's burning the tip, kind of like the back of my tongue. And definitely the back of my throat is burning. And the taste is very good. I like it. It's extremely hot, but this is a fantastic tasting sauce. You know, I'm so used to extreme hot sauces tasting nasty, especially the extract sauces. But this is just the right amount of sweetness and fruitiness and heat. Woo! It's building up. It's continuing to rise in the amount of burn. Oh, this is extremely hot. Yeah, just like regular Trinidad Scorpions, or the Capsicum Chinese variety of chili peppers. It's slow to build up, and it takes 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I don't know how far I am into it now for it to build up, but it's continuing to rise in heat. I took a whole teaspoonful of this and covered up as much as I can. It couldn't have been a heaping teaspoon because the sauce was only medium in consistency, if I can talk here. I'm starting to drool inside my mouth. Oh, but this is good. This is good. It's just hot enough to blast the inside of my mouth. I don't necessarily want to go running for a glass of milk. So it's not, you know, the 2 or 3 million Scoville units of some of the extract sauces out there. But this is very, very warm. But I would highly recommend this. This is great stuff. Skobiyan effing hot chili sauce. I'll go ahead and take a little break here. Maybe 15 minutes, and then get back with the Yellow 7 turkey slab made from 7 pot chili peppers. Okay, I actually had to wait about 30 minutes after tasting the Skobiyan sauce. I mean, it stung me really good for at least 10 minutes after I had it. I did have some milk, a little bit to eat, just to get all the residual heat and the flavor off my tongue and out of my mouth. It's a highly recommended sauce, though. It's excellent flavor. But next is the Yellow 7 turkey slab, made from the 7 pod peppers, which are in that super hot category up there with the Buchalokas, Trinidad Scorpions, all of those up there that could possibly be all around 1 million Scoville units. We don't know for sure as of this recording. Now in this contains Yellow 7 pods, vinegar, bourbon, 10%, and sugar. A little bit more simple than the Skobiyan. Has a nice, sweet, fruity, real comfortable and luxurious kind of smell to it. But I can definitely smell the peppers. This is a little thicker than the other one. I'm going to shake it up again. I just did it before I hit record on this, but I just want to make sure I have all the consistency consistent throughout it. Okay, pour some out on the spoon here. It's a nice deep yellow color. Looks pretty good. It's not any, there's no dark specks of anything in there, so it's just a lot of the chili pepper pods in there. So, without further ado, let me eat this one. Cheers. Okay, and this one has the fruitier taste more associated with like a habanero pepper. It's closer to that. A little bit different than the Trinidad Skobiyan. Base taste is pretty good. Oh, where'd that come from? I was just about to say that the heat really hasn't struck me yet. And I think it was right after that cough it is going to burst through. Although I don't think the heat is as intense as the Skobiyan was. I feel more on my tongue, not so much the back of my throat. Yeah, it's really heating up my tongue right now, because I had quite a bit covering that as I kind of moved it all around inside my mouth. Oh yeah, he's building up now. I guess it was, a little slower to build up. I get that little scratchiness where I had to clear my throat. Yeah, it's warming up. The heat is just absolutely incredible now. Yeah, that really did surprise me. It's building up to levels that the Skobiyan had. The overall taste, it's a very pleasant, sweet, fruity flavor. I guess not as fruity as the Skobiyan did with the pears. It's sugary. It's very balanced. As far as the bourbon, I really can't taste it in there. But it does have a nice complexity to it. I think this would complement, a number of dishes really, really terrifically. Heat's still building up on my tongue. I don't feel it much elsewhere, though. Not so much in the back of my throat or different parts of the inside of my mouth. But yeah, this is definitely a tongue scorcher, and I'm feeling the saliva build up right now. But good stuff. I would have to give these big thumbs up here. As far as a star rating, I would give both of these 4 out of 5 stars. Terrific taste. You can find these at the hippyseedcompany.com, and again, you can find Neil Smith on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/hippyseedcompany. Now, of course, I'll have that URL at the bottom of the screen. And good stuff, extremely hot. If you're chili head and love the intense heat, give these a try. I would say it's worth it just for the extra shipping costs from Australia, if you happen to live, North America or Europe. So, good stuff here. Highly recommend it.
I want to give a sincere thanks to all the chili heads and barbecuers and general foodies out there who continue to watch and support the weekly Firecast. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please spread the word. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember you can always hop on over to my website, scottrobertsweb.com, where I give lots and lots of spicy food reviews, fiery foods industry coverage, and more. If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at twitter.com/scottroberts. If you're on Facebook, you can befriend me at facebook.com/scottroberts. The weekly Firecast is part of the Two Guys Talking podcast network. For more information, you can go to the numeral 2guystalking.com. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, keep it burning.